Yeah,
I'd like
that's a
to
good
give
one.
her one, etc.
I thought you were supposed to be a little bit more subtle than that, Dan.
Yeah, just to clarify, I was just doing 70s humour then.
Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Pod with Mike, Dan, and Holly. And this is our preview of the Luton Town game this weekend at Kenilworth Road. Let's kick off with you, Dan. Tell us about head-to-head previously against Luton Town.
Head-to-head, played 54. We've won 17, drawn 14, lost 23. So they've got the edge. But we've only played them 10 times in the 21st century. And in those 10, played 10, we've won 5, drawn 3 and lost 2. So we haven't got a bad record against them of late. There you go.
Nice. I'll tell you a little bit about them. They haven't got many injuries actually, but probably the biggest one is Heath Chong, former Manchester United player. I think he's been playing wing back for them this season. He's more of a kind of a midfielder generally, but he's out until early March with a hamstring issue. Tom Lockyer, who I was under the impression had a bit of a heart issue, according to the information I've got here, is out with an ankle injury. Maybe a heart and ankle linked somehow.
Yeah. Is he a giraffe?
Yeah, maybe he is. Telen Mengi is out with a groin injury, and Reece Burke has a hip injury, but could be back for this one, apparently. I don't know how much of an influence he is, but there you go. That's your team news for Luton Town.
Mick Harford.
Mick Harford is on the bench for this one. Expected to be on the bench, and Paul Walsh doesn't make the starting lineup. Brian Steen?
Yeah.
No.
Ashley Grimes.
Tony, any celebrity fans? Any famous fans for?
I've got some famous Luton fans. I think Dan's going to like one of them particularly. Let me find my.
Reminds me of when we were in lockdown and you have a video call with your mum.
All right, there we go.
What do I do again?
Why were you video calling Tolly's mum?
There you go.
Oh, here we go. We can see that, can't we? Yeah, here we go. Right. I love the line at the bottom. I think this is from The Sun or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be in it.
Eric Morecambe was a director of Luton Town back in the
really?
day, in the 70s or 80s or something like that. 70s. I've no idea who his companion is there, but yeah,
I'd like
that's a
to
good
give
one.
her one, etc.
I thought you were supposed to be a little bit more subtle than that, Dan.
Yeah, no, just to clarify, I was just doing 70s humour then.
Funny thing is, Eric Morecambe's about 26 in that picture.
Brilliant. And do you know that is? Can you tell me that is from that
Tim
picture?
Lovejoy.
Tim Lovejoy.
It's not Tim Lovejoy that you're looking at. It's
who's the lady?
The lady that you're looking at.
Who is she?
Much loved front woman of Catatonia and Six Music DJ. It's Keris Matthews.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's a Luton Town fan. Apparently, her husband he's a big Luton Town fan, and she adopted his liking for them. I've read only one more, but yeah, I think probably the best one.
Nick Owen.
Nicholas Owen.
Now, do I remember rightly, Dan, that you also have a signed photograph of Nick Owen?
No.
That went wrong, didn't it?
Yeah. Nick Owen,
sure.
no, definitely. No.
Who do I know? I know someone who's got a tongue-in-cheek signed picture of Nick Owen. For some reason, I thought it was you. No. But anyway, if you wanted one, let's just say you wanted one, you could buy this one that's addressed to Alan from eBay for £4.95.
£4.95 as well, not a fiver. Take off 5p.
£4.95.
Makes it seem more of a bargain.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find out who that is now that I know that's got a signed picture of Nick Owen, because I can't remember who it is. But yeah, there you go. Those are the best ones.
Very good.
Very good indeed. I'll go through some players very quickly, and then you can tell us about some form, and then we'll give you predictions. I've only gone with a couple of players this time round, just because I've gone with the goalkeeper Thomas Kaminski. You might remember he got sent off against us last time round for coming out and kabaddying 2 players.
Yeah.
Didn't the first one wasn't enough. He decided to go for a second one just to make sure he definitely gets a red.
Paddy Lane.
I've forgotten about that.
One was Ogilvy, I think, wasn't it? It might have been Lane.
The second one was. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yes, Calamity Kaminsky. But he's actually, in my opinion, I thought he was a great goalkeeper in the Premier League. I haven't seen a lot of him this year, but I thought he was really good last season. 32-year-old Belgian goalkeeper, former Blackburn player, but obviously, again, part of that struggling side. The other player I picked out, I mentioned him in the previous pod, was Carlton Morris, 29-year-old centre forward. Scored 11 Premier League goals last year, Carlton Morris, which is a decent return for a team that got relegated. Only 7 in the Championship this year, but I think the reason why he could be key is, as I mentioned, obviously we have our defensive issues at the moment with injuries galore, especially to our bigger central defenders. And Morris is a bit of a unit, as is Elijah Adebayor, who it seems to be either or playing at the moment. So Morris or Adebayor play, but either one is going to give our central defenders, and especially if it's possibly Pack, could be in for a very physical game. So there you go. Carl Morris and Thomas Kaminsky, key players for me to look out for. What about their recent form, Dan?
Nice. Recent form is wretched. Absolutely wretched.
Is it jank?
Well, since they beat, it is jank. It is completely jank. Since they beat Derby back on the 20th of December, they've played 12, won none, drawn 3, lost 9. Yeah, draws against Plymouth, Sheffield Wednesday, losing to Oxford, QPR. So yeah, they're on a really, really bad run of form. So there's only one way it can go this weekend, isn't there?
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think. Even changing the manager, they never had any sort of reaction to changing the manager, did they? Rob Edwards obviously went, I don't know, how many games ago was that? It's got to be 5 or 6 now, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're a whopping 11 points behind us there as well. Incredible.
Amazing. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the season? I genuinely thought they would be one of the teams up in around, not necessarily going straight up, but certainly in the playoffs mix. But how wrong. Score predictions. Tolly, we'll start with you. What do you think? Away to Luton this weekend, 0-0 at Fram Parkway.
I mean, if any of the teams in the Championship were going to be responsible for stopping Luton's rot, it would be us, wouldn't it? But I'm still going to go for an away win, 1-0.
Nice. Dan?
I'm going to take a draw, I think I'll be happy with a draw. I know they're bottom. I know they're awful, or they've got an awful run of form. But I think 10 points out of 12, be quite happy with that, and that keeps us away from them. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll be happy with the draw.
I think it's largely going to depend upon who those 2 centre-back positions in our team are going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is key, isn't it? It all depends on how fit certain players are during the week. But yeah, I'm quietly optimistic. I'm gonna go draw as well. I think I don't want to predict a win because it just sounds a bit cocky, 4 in a row, doesn't it? But I'm gonna go for a draw, 1-1. Bishop will celebrate his new contract with a penalty. There you go. What do you think the score will be? Pop it into the comments below. Let us know. We get quite a few opposition fans comment on our previews. So if you're a Luton fan, tell us what you think of your season so far. I'm sure
try and make it more than 2 words.
Yeah. Get involved.
Why don't both of you have a go? Go on.
But that is it. We will be back next week with a review of the Luton Town game. But for now, we've been a Pompey pod, play out Pompey, and goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers.